So today, My Little Ponies is my animation for my YouTube channel, and I'm going to pay My Little Ponies royalty as soon as YouTube starts monetizing me enough money to, like, maybe $20 a month even. I'm going to start applying royalty, try to contact My Little Ponies. So the reason this is here right now is because this is just my wallpaper. But later on, when the My Little Ponies show up, I'm going to apply royalty-free fees and everything to My Little Ponies. Let me make sure my voice is. Just going to apply royalty fees to My Little Ponies to put the cartoons up, but I'm going to have fan artists do the animations. But I'm going but I'm going to have fan artists do the do everything, not the cartoon series. And but you know, it just is a work in progress. Not all at once, really. Like, just as I get more royalty money from YouTube, keep putting more My Little Horses, and the reason for this is that it's like a cool animation, and I'm just gonna sit here and glitch out and try to figure out what I'm talking about. My Little Pony. I guess that sums it up. I don't know. And then going to okay. I think there's going to be a laws change. I think that people don't really feel like they want young people driving in the wintertime. So I feel like the road laws are going to change. Like, they're going to be more prone to a young person not driving in the wintertime. And it kind of like, I think it's going to be kind of like, young people kind of have a harder time getting around, and they're like locked into houses all the time. With coronavirus, I think that they're kind of locking us all in the houses. I think we're kind of getting locked in the houses. So I think young people, it's switching to, you're going to be kind of locked in your house and you can't get around in the wintertime. So the reason I say this is because I think it's kind of like you kind of don't get around too good anymore coming up. Just kind of I have a point, but I just can't compute it. You kind of do stay in the house a little bit, but it wasn't a rule, but now it's going to be. So as it changes, just kind of, I'm going, sure, but well, it would have happened sooner if I would have understood. And I think it's kind of, I was always like, young people shouldn't have to drive in the wintertime unless they have like a four-wheeler, and then if they have like a SUV or something, they can if they want to. But it's like you just do not. It's sounding a little protesty, but I don't care. It's just get the words out. You do not drive your car in the winter. I'm going. I think that's kind of what's going on. I think you kind of don't drive your car in the winter. I have weird impressions of certain stuff, and it's like, um, it's like messing up your car. Of you do not drive in the winter. It's like holy crud. I guess you gotta watch swearing after all a little bit. Sometimes it's kind of weird. It's like holy. Just try not. You only swear for emphasis, I guess. Holy, and it's like you're gonna have to not drive around so good pretty soon, and it's like, yeah, you kind of do just interrupt a young lad's car situation horribly and go, you don't drive, and it's kind of like, because I'm going like, why? Let's see, I've got my grocery store 7-Eleven Walgreens bag of like weird stuff from the car problem, and they're kind of like it's kind of like, but you lose your stuff with all that, but then they kind of let you fake it a little bit better is more my impression, my point. They let you fake it a little better, like kind of like go it's kind of like you'd be faking like, oh no, what happened? Hold on a second. Take my, that you're not allowed to drive anymore money. Make it a phone call on my existing phone call. Ah, they got me, and just kind of be like, no, they don't like cars in this part of the country, so just kind of, oh, can you just bill that to my check, my special person check, because I just don't care. I just don't care. Just out of pure laziness. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got a special credit card from the hotel. Oh, hold on. My car's down. I'll just straight up just go stay in a hotel. Oh no. Oh. They got my car. It's like, oh, what am I gonna do? The bills, everything. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and have to have Red Lobster for dinner tonight. Because since it was against the rules to leave the house, I had to use a little Red Lobster right then. I'm sorry, I can't leave the house today. I'm gonna have to go ahead and order drive-in McDonald's. But, or like, I'm gonna order just, the delivery is pizza. Pizza's kind of fancy meal, but you're not supposed to be leaving your house. So wouldn't it be kind of pizza, and it's just all the money that they didn't like the rules. They don't like the rules in the country. So you just kind of get like boost money that they won't pay you. So they didn't want to drive. They don't want to drive right. So you just kind of for the cars, and it's kind of like, see how it's tied with weird ropes, weird strings right there? You know, it's like tied with like weird, expensive, fancy string. Is because the reason it's tied with weird, fancy string right there is because we had to use the fancy string that day. Because they it's just, I think maybe it's a little too complicated. It's a little too complicated to use normal string sometimes. if you mean like in the Magic the Gathering ages and like all those strings like made out of pure recycled pure resourceful material, and it looks like an Ewoks. No, dude, it's like you gotta like glue everything like crazy, like a MFer. You see, you gotta say MFer. You gotta glue everything like an MFer. You're gonna have. I wouldn't even bother. Like, nobody really knows how to do computers. They just. Why'd you actually fix your computer? Just buy a whole nother power supply, because they don't understand how to use the power supply anymore. So it's just, you just pay that you don't know how to do it right. And I feel like it should be like, you just pay that you don't know how to do it right, and it's like you just take a separate PC, in your PC is like all these PCs in the corner of the room, just strapped. Dying. What do we do? We're gonna have to go in and kind of like actually do it a little bit, but they're just like all strapped to each other, and you're just kind of like, guess we can. Let's take all the memory out of the flash drive, like a couple different computers, so a couple different cartridges. We gotta move, and like that's ancient material that's lost in that part of the house, because they didn't understand driving in the country. And then you go in the other room and you just new computers, just the new Alienware, because they didn't understand Salvation Army, and just plug in the drives. And this is how Minecraft is so existent, is because they've advanced far enough in civilization to know, like, your stuff is so not going to be taken care of in this country that you gotta like it's kind of like for the little community fair, not pizza, because that's your money. You're like, can you like grill up some burgers? And they just go like, well, I can't do anything because I can't leave the house. I'm like retarded asshole. So they just, like a girl, and she doesn't want to cook. She doesn't know how to cook very good, or she's a good cook, but she just kind of, it hurts her hand a little bit. She just like, there's like bats down here. She's like, and she just like goes and it's just like, can I have like just 60 burgers at the thing? And she's like, and just kind of goes and kind of like just doesn't even count them, and just kind of goes to the picnic table and just like starts dumping all the burgers, parks right up to the thing in the grass, because it's like no one knows how to do anything, I thought, and just starts like dumping them on the picnic table, and just kind of goes over there, sits over at another picnic table for a little bit, and be like, I gotta get going, I have homework. And she doesn't have homework actually, because she doesn't know how to do it where she has no homework. She doesn't know how to do the one where she doesn't have homework. So she says she has homework, and it means like, it doesn't mean she doesn't have homework. It means she's gotta like play games and stuff. Like, maybe there's homework, there might be homework. She's gotta go see. She's gotta check the refrigerator. She's got homework, and just like all them damn McDonald's burgers, and she didn't cook them all, and they're just sitting there cold, and everyone's coming in, and they're like eating them for a while, and then they go like, and it's getting cold later, and she's gone, like, oh, who brought the McDonald's? And like, there was this girl, she's one of those people, they didn't think that she knows how to drive in the country, and they're like, it's like cold. And like, whoa. Like, whoa. That was really rapid. That was really rapid of not cooking burgers. Cause yeah, it's gotta be like fast. Those kind of people, they gotta be like fast. Everything they do is fast, fast, fast. Micron pens, because it's sharpier. Fast, fast. They need to look fancy. Just, and it's gotta be low technology so that you're not leaking the technology to the Muslim extremists. Model kit of a Gundam, builds it, doesn't finish it. We don't have time. Move out. Go, go. It's like so fast. It's like, it's like what's faster of low technology? It's like blah. And the reason I say it like that is because it's like, trying to think. It's like the outcome of it is like, it's kind of like there's got to be an effect of like you win. Like the guy it's like a casino or a lot of like animations like you win. It goes. I don't know. They're like, dude. They go. I can build my Warhammer really fast. I can build my Warhammer fast. Have you ever imagined some guy and he kind of goes, I can build my Warhammer fast? So they go, I can build Warhammer really fast. I'm like the Eldars team, let's say, because it's a fast team. Like, I can build my Warhammer. They're like, we need one of the fast people to build their army. They're really fast at it. So you go, okay, hold on. Buys a bunch, glues them horribly, really quickly. Just spray paints them. Do you guys want paint strokes? Takes out a Gundam pen, draws the paint strokes. That was pretty fast. You've got to do stuff like this when you're doing stuff fast. This is what it looks like when it's fast. That's what fast looks like. Just kind of like, I don't know, but they have all that stuff. It's just kind of weird situational things to get. Like, you could totally get them, but you need more permission. It's not really like a weird like credit card like that. You're like a kind of a can't drive class of citizen or something. It's like weird stuff showing up, like kind of like you needed permission, like you've got the money or something. So it's not real. That's not really what it is. It just would that be called? That'd be called one of those things. So you've got to figure it out, not me, because the roads are the rules are changing of the roads. You can't drive, so I'm just saying, like, you know, like, what would that look like? What do you think? Think about it. Like, what would that look like if someone's not able to drive anymore? If they took their driving privileges away during the snowing driving. But, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, you don't really drive when it's snowing, but then you've got like a snowmobile, and you're in a parka, and it's like cowboys. So you kind of do drive, but like an SUV, to get around in the winter, it's kind of an SUV. Or I was thinking about it, they just heat the roads, actually. What they do is they heat the roads, because it's gonna save a lot more energy to heat the roads. It's a little more resources to just heat the roads and just use sedans, because the sedans use less gas. Kind of stop certain roads a little bit, and do the snowmobiles, but just heated roads. And you do it whenever it's icy, because that's the gasoline. And the way they do the roads that's electrical and you get electrocuted is when they fix it. They just kind of take better care of the road somehow, like maybe like check up on it or something, or it's special concrete. It's just special concrete. When they do it, they like shut it all off. They're just good about it. They're just lazy good about it. And they just kind of I guess I need a metal pick. That was cool. What other weird stuff could be fast? Just kind of like the guys like, my car broke down. Hold on a second. It's kind of like there's like a car company over there. You think we should just go over there? They're like, let's take a look. They're like, oh, nice. It's like a sports car store. Okay. The cop's like, what? What? For real? And they're like, just like, anyways. Can I have, excuse me, sir, can I have, oh, I don't have iron. Oh, wait, there's iron over here. Excuse me, sir. Can I have, that Viper, or whatever. Let's just say a Viper. Excuse me, sir, can I have a Viper? And he's like, but it's gotta go quickly. I need to wrap it up. I need to get home. And I tell you what, I'll pay you extra if there's no paperwork. Can I pay you extra so there's no paperwork or anything? Like, can I just buy the store? Can I just buy the store? No, I'll be a merger. That's how fast it takes to buy a car. Okay, that's all. That's how fast you can buy a car. It's busted. Okay, so you gotta fill out paperwork. It's gonna take days. Well, maybe not that car store. Goes over like just where do you go to get a car? You gotta get a car quick. You gotta get cars quick. You go in, you come out like a Looney Tunes cartoon. So Myth busted. There is a weird thing. So they just so it's not really about the money then. It's just, you know, the kid's too quick. They gotta slow. They're a little slow. But that's not my point. He goes in. Let's be positive. He gets the car pretty good, a Lamborghini, and he takes it, right? And, yeah, a Lamborghini or whatever. And he takes it and he goes just out of the store. And the cop's like, whoa, what the heck? He's kind of wanting to get the ticket. He thinks he wasn't doing good. And he just kind of just keeps going. And then just drive really slow, because what's the quickest one? The guy thinks he was speeding like crazy. So just drives like as slow as possible. Just does all the slow as possible stuff to get around safely. Takes like he says, I want OnStar on there. I want OnStar so that I can so that this is more annoying of a political court case. So I'm just because you need to navigate. It's not the guy. You need to navigate. So I'm gonna just, all this stuff is just weird navigation. I'm gonna need a navigation that the guy is just on my tail. So like anyways, so he takes the OnStar thing, or like a GPS or something. He takes GPS, let's say, and he just takes his, I want to take all his, probably like a radio one where they're like talking to him. I want to take all the lamest roads where it's like there's nothing going on with it. Because it's like that stupid road. It's that stupid road, and at the end of the day though, it's like, it's that stupid road. He kind of would say it a little mean. It's that stupid road, dude. And then he just kind of goes like really slow in his sports car through like all these like grandma street towns, going 35. He says, I want to go 35 the whole time. Parks in this thing. The guy followed him all the way to the house. That's what it would be called. And he's got it in his front yard. And then the other car, that was his torture car for them to torture. So he's just letting them torture it. So I think I need like extra cars. I think I need more than one car. Because for me, it's not really everybody. You actually just use like one car, but for me, I think I need like extra like pillaging cars. Like I need a pillaging car for them to pillage from me. And then the sports cars show up apparently, so I don't need to mess around with that one too much. But like 2 cars maybe, like my I might make a car exploration like PewDiePie to just kind of explain it a little more, but like a basic sedan for them to just irritate, and like a Cybertruck, so it's like this thing's gonna be getting around. This thing's gonna, you know, I don't know, and then maybe like a couple Sonic, maybe just one Sonic, because a couple it sounds funny, like a Sonic, because it's like a cheap one, and then like maybe like a sports car, so it just kind of, so it doesn't explain it all the way when I become like a big YouTuber. And it's like you gotta like kind of like, yeah. So I guess that's all. So let me just go like this really quick. But it's kind of Warhammer models. It's kind of Warhammer models though. It's like, because they learned how to go. The reason they know how to go quick like that is from Warhammer. It's not like some weird thing like they're really quick people. It's like that's what the war game was. That's what the war game was. They just got really quick from playing, because it like makes you like take your guys and they like go forever. They like move forever, right? And they're like they like move forever and stuff. And they like all squish up together in the corner. So you got to go as quickly as possible. You got to like add up the dice really good and quick. You got to go like once you got it. And so you got to sit there and think about it, that it hasn't been moving. And when it comes time to go quick, you got to go. It's a fast game. That must have been how they got so quick. I don't understand why it would be a card, like a driver's rule card, besides the fact that they told them they can't drive anymore. But I guess it kind of goes there, maybe. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, I don't know, what do you think? What's the picture that goes there? Because that's all I'm just saying. Like, I'm just making pictures for your mind's eyeballs. I don't really keep track of that kind of stuff. Sounds like it'd be like a credit card with like a it's called a allowance from, like, it'd be like in North Korea. I don't understand how they want to take people off the road in the winter. It'd be like in North Korea. It'd be like the grandson of the North Korean guy just has like this allowance from the government, and they're like, because they're just wealthy in the first place. Like, people, there's not really like such a thing as like, well, the government that my car gets snowed in, I just buy a sports car. Oh, I just go buy a sports car. Oh, hold on, let me get lobsters, because the cop pulled me over. It doesn't really do that. But like, there's kind of a picture that goes there. So what's the picture that goes there? I don't know, like you're rich or something? You're rich or something? Like, it'd be like a rich person. It is kind of a cool picture though. Some of that stuff was kind of cool. So maybe like a rich guy would do that. But then you get to the car store and they won't just give you the car really quick. Or like, what about like a bank robbery? You just kind of, you do a bank robbery, and the way they got the money is they bought a sports car with it. Rob the bank, buy a sports car. I think that was a movie. I want to say that was a movie. It sounds cool. That'd be a cool movie anyways. You know, I don't know as if making a lot of money, that would make a lot of money, but that'd be a cool video. The way he gets away is he stole the sports car, he bought the sports car, he robs the bank, and then he walks over to the sports car, and he's like sitting there, and the police guy's like, it's like in the movie, he's going like, oh, what? Come on, for real? And then it just kind of goes, see ya, I gotta go back to my mansion. I'm like, well then why didn't you buy this sports car? And then in court, he goes to court and he goes, I didn't steal it. His court argument is just, he didn't steal one. He didn't steal the bank money. It's like, he didn't. And then it's like, he goes, who did it? They say, they get him to say who did it, and like, da da da. He wasn't the guy who did it. He didn't do it. He says he didn't do it. Da da da. He didn't do it. and they go all on their government card, that they won't let them drive in the winter, and they rob the bank. Because what's the bank is like, it's like sharing multiple bars, like these are special dollar bills. So it's just like, and they went and they're like, I'm sorry bank, I need to take out all of the money. Bank, may I take out all the money? Bank, I would like to take out all the money. You're not allowed to. You're not really allowed to do that stuff. Well, you're not allowed to take people completely off the road. It'd be like robbing a bank. Or just because you feel lazy, so you just take the work card. The work card and you just like, sometimes for work you just glue stuff. You wanted me to fix a chair one day. So I didn't know how, so just like, wow, I'm at Bedrock. Just take a, couple of rubber bands or something. I don't know why I went down. Take some rubber bands. And like it's busted, it looks ugly. It looks ugly. So you just like kind of wrap rubber bands all around it. Wrapped rubber bands all around it and duct tape. Just glued it and like, well, it's fixed. And just kind of went over to the store next door and just went in the cash register and took some money. And they go, wow, you're really good, and spray painted it so it looked fixed. They're like, you're really good. How'd you do that? And like, it's a magic trick. Is that they don't pay me for this company. You guys don't pay good. I'm like, he's a really good employee. Yeah, they just don't pay me good. It's like, blah, 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 blah. They don't pay him good. Hey guys, when you need your stuff fixed, but you don't want to pay good, they don't pay him good. Like, oh, I just glued it. Look, you got the computer back together. Does it run? No. You bought a new computer. You buy a new computer, transfer the files, and it fixed your issues. Blah, 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 blah. They don't pay good. I have this thing, I think girls should kind of be like, certain girls if they're having problems, should be kind of like, not have to do, I think, the country is like this, all I'm saying, the country is like this, I don't know about me, because I'm like a dude or whatever, but like, girls shouldn't have to do stuff, right? Like girls shouldn't have to do stuff. It's like, okay, so it is. It's like one of those. Then girls shouldn't have to do like all kinds of stupid stuff. Like it should be like stupid. Like there should be like a girls card or something. Just like whenever the girls having problems, there's a girls card. Cause they just keep kind of like hassling like girls and stuff. There should just be like a girls card, and they just, how come you never do that? And like, oh, because I'm a girl. Well, whatever. Like a guy like me, maybe even this is kind of like, yeah, girls don't work in this country because it was just not working out. I don't think girls work in this country worked out too good. A little bit. It's pretty spammable. But I think it's just kind of like, it's kind of like really specific about certain stuff. And it's like, people seem pretty good about it. They seem pretty chill, so they don't really bother girls a lot. So it's kind of like, someone really thinks it's like kind of fun that they're working. And it's actually kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying that girls work. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe that's what I mean. It's kind of, that they're like kind of closing off the roads. It's kind of annoying that girls work. If they're going to close the roads, it's annoying that girls work. Like for an activity, sort of, but like from home or something. Should be like from home. Like they should just, girls should just have a girls card, and they're all like YouTubers. Because like you don't really need to do anything in your lifetime. It was just that there was food and stuff. So mathematically, the math of it, your lifetime, a girl hasn't done anything in her whole life. So I'm going, then why did they have them go to school even? Girls just don't do anything in this country. It's just like, well, I mean, it seems like it's kind of like a dude's thing in this country. Most dudes don't really care if girls work. Everybody kind of gets along really good. So when they get along really good, and there's, if girls are kind of having problems, and girls just don't work, and it's just like, they're not really problems. It's just kind of everybody's making it up or something. They're just trying to keep a low profile about it, but like, it's just kind of like, it's just the math of it doesn't work out for our area. So, like, you get to do stuff, sort of. But like, in your whole life, you haven't done anything. Like, not even like fun stuff. Like, you just like, you kind of have a YouTube channel. You go deliver the burgers, because they kind of take away car privileges and stuff a lot, is what I've noticed over the time. I've noticed they kind of take young folks' car privileges a lot. So it's just kind of like, if they're gonna take their car privileges, from young folks, then it should be like, they kind of do. They don't ever go outside and when they do go outside, it's to deliver a bunch of random stupid burgers to all the idiots. Just, they needed burgers, I guess. I don't know. I guess they really were hungry for burgers. They must have been kind of hungry for burgers. Like, the popular girl was over. She brought all these burgers. Tasty. What can I say? Tasty. You got a popular girl's burgers? Yeah. But everybody kind of gets along with it, and no one's like arguing. They're just like, never mind, you guys. Oops. Like, Billy, da 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 da. Billy got popular girls' burgers once. Da 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 da. So, yeah, don't do that. Could you not do that? Yeah, could you not do that? Because they're like really Christian in this country. So they're like on the verge of it. I think it'd be Muslims would get pissed off or something. But they don't really care about Muslim stuff, so if they don't care about Muslim stuff, then you just women wouldn't work. You can be kind of fun about it. It's kind of fun not to work. They're like getting all like gay about it. They're like, she's gonna be like, I need to have my boys' pants on and all this stuff. And it's just gonna like, well, they can wear pants. Pants is different because like your legs gotta go like this sometimes. It's just like, no, you don't just not wear pants. Like, unless you're like straight up in a castle or something. Because you gotta, if you're gonna like move bags around, your dress is gonna get ripped or something. The girls don't, then they don't move stuff around is what I'm thinking. I think the way that would work, I think the way that used to work is if they have a dress, they don't like move stuff around. But it's kind of because the boys have muscles. Like, all the girls are like He-Man, strong girls from like Amazonia, and the boys are all like scrawny little sissies, and they're going like, girls wear pants, don't wear pants. And so no, it's because boys have muscles. It's, yeah, I mean, is there any other reason? There's like a kind of a couple reasons? I don't know. It's because boys have muscles. So the pants, like, you kind of pants for like, maybe not moving stuff, but for like pajama purposes and stuff, like just kind of getting around the house, like just lazy watching TV, getting around the house crap. Or like if they had to dig in the garden or something, but I don't know about all that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like not working though is like kind of like, you know, girls historically have not worked and stuff. It's not like totally weird. it's just like I don't know. It's weird because a girl to modern girl today would be like, you don't want me to work? Why? It's like why? I guess that's what I'm trying to think of. Like why? You don't want to work? Nerd. Is like the nerd. No, I mean you don't want them to work, nerd. Okay, go ahead, do it yourself. I think that's what girls are like these days. They're like, if you don't want me to do it yourself. That's what they say in this kind of court cases. Do it yourself. The guy doesn't want them to do it. They're like, do it yourself. It's just like it's not like all like chauvinistic and stuff. It's like if you have a bunch of people on a sailboat and it's like a one person to just do it, the guy who owns the sailboat kind of does the sailboat sometimes. Yes. Well, you know how to do a sailboat. Do you want to do it so I can hold my beer? I want to have some beer. He's kind of like, the guy's like, why aren't you down the sailboat? I was like, I don't know, I figured you owned the sailboat. You were showing me. I just thought you were like, and it's like, no! And that's basically what just happened. So I thought you guys weren't like all like chauvinistic or something. If you want them to not work, that'd be pretty lazy. Oh. They don't want women working. Anyways, if women don't work, there'd be a women's card. So you can call it like food stamps or something and get all like racist about it. But it's because they don't want women to work. It was funny. It was a funny idea. It's pretty funny though, right? At first it's funny. I think it just kind of goes that way. You know, like, I think this is like a wall of lava. I think there's little MP3 files on all kinds of little files on each little block you get. It's not really the different diamonds and stuff. It's the rocks do it too. Maybe not all the rocks or something. Okay, wait, that's a lot of rocks, so maybe not every rock. But I had that CD. I had that CD with me and I lost it. And I wonder what the music was. And wasn't that weird how I was at the mansion and then I lost the CD, but I was like in the teleportation area. So that was a really interesting CD. I just think it was interesting. That'd be an interesting place to put an interesting data. Is my if you could reclaim all the lost, like the characters moving around on the screen still, files of you moving, like the file is, it recorded, if it actually recorded everywhere you went, in like just the atmosphere or something, like it records all your game activity in the atmosphere, not on the computer, then that'd be like an interesting little data point, is that CD, how I lost it, and then my guy died when he died and he lost it. And he kind of like put a cool like a dead mouse track on it or something, just in the file, like it's like a little file and it's like floating around. Like you have to use 3D gloves to move everything around. Just take it and be like, just like pull it really careful and like just slide the dead mouse into it and just kind of like, it's like gonna show up on Google millions of years from now when the internet corrupts. And so my YouTube video today is that's all the YouTube video. The YouTube is over. This video is over. The rest is just me playing. Thank you for watching my show. It's closed. The video is closed. It's over. This is just like kind of credits period of me just mining. So that was the episode. Thank you for watching. I might just kind of ramble on later on if I think of anything. Have you ever thought about, like, so you know that snack, and you go and you have like a pot. Once you pop and the fun don't stop, and you open it, you could put a snack in there, but not like the one that's thinking of, the one the other guy was thinking of. Some kind of something. My forks are rusty today. I have rusty forks. So the guy kind of goes and is like, well, you know when you're like sitting around and it's like everyone's stopped talking and they're all like kind of thinking about it, and you're like kind of like, well, and the thing is kind of like holding it like that, and it's got another one, and it's kind of going like, and it's kind of like puts a couple of them, and it's like Mardi Gras. So when it's like that, and it's like, you know, like I was at the college the other day, I wanted to eat something, you know, like I was saying, like, you gotta, if you have like, sorry, I'm having a hard time with it. I don't know, snacks at college. You kind of just have snacks at college if it was actually that simple. So anyways, like at the college, and it was like everybody was like sitting around like idiots, and they're just thinking about it, and the air conditioning was running, you know, and the air conditioning's on at the college. If the air conditioning was on but you're at the college, all of the guys in it, they're like kind of like standing with their hands too. If you put your two hands together, and they all kind of like went to like a different side of the fence, and the orange fat mans are kind of doing the same thing. You know, they kind of seem to go to the other side of the fence, like the fenced off area. It's kind of like they don't kind of let every player on the fenced in area, so they're just kind of going to the other side of the fence or something. But anyways, so that basically the cylinder, and the guy was holding it like that. Like an idiot. I was thinking about it. Like, after a certain point, you kind of just roll up all your stuff and like just you roll your stuff up in a treasure chest over there. But it's like, it's got your hands here, putting them like that, like over your head. And the guy's like, a treasure chest full of stuff, and it's like, just put your stuff in a treasure chest called, you know what I mean, like one of those. And then, so if then it all be, people would be so happy. People would be so happy. I'm like, if people are so happy like that, you put your stuff in a treasure chest. If people are really happy, what makes people happy, really the happiest, people makes the happiest, is when they put their stuff in a treasure chest, and they have the cylinder, and they're sitting there, and they're going, they've got the one they were thinking of. And then, do you remember the one they were thinking of? With it was a really happy one you were thinking of? And like, just kind of like, I'd be like, sitting around, like, reading a magazine, I'd be like, what are you guys doing here? What is this? What are you guys doing here? Just kind of like trying to get something out with my hand, but you're not sure what it was. And what it was like, it was like the TV remote over there. So that's my impression of when you're in a happy mood. That's one of the ones I came up with. It's just, I was like, after a while, you're kind of just in a happy mood, but you just don't. You'd be in a happy mood, but you just wouldn't. Because then it doesn't, you don't get sick to your stomach when you have hot dogs that day. So everyone's sitting around with chip dip. Everybody's sitting around with chip dip. You kind of don't get like a sick stomach because everyone's had chip dip already. Like, just kind of like, I feel like if you drop your potato chips. So the other day I was eating my food and something happened. And then it was Clean Monday. So I just put all my stuff back where they go. And it was kind of like about like something like one of those. But you'd be like in a happy mood, and then you just wouldn't. Like in a happy mood. It's called a happy. It's not happy. It's in a happy mood. And it's funny actually. It's actually kind of funny. Because where do they go? So it's like, if you just be in a happy mood anyways. If you just be in a happy mood anyways, you know, where'd they go? If you just be in a happy mood anyways, where'd they go? And then where'd you go? And like, just kind of like, do your homework. Like, do your homework, but don't do your homework. And do your homework, but don't do your homework. Like, just don't do any homework. But then that's your homework. That's kind of, I don't know, just layman's term. That's my impression of backpack. If it was a backpack, it was an actual backpack, you'd be so happy about it. If you actually had a backpack one day, you'd be so happy, and then you just wouldn't, and you wouldn't even do your homework. You wouldn't put your homework in your backpack, would you? And happy people could be so gross, and I wouldn't even be happy about it. I wouldn't even be happy about it, and just why don't you just cook up some hot dogs, and just not do your homework, and be like kind of, he's just like permanently trying to get the thing he was talking about earlier. He's just permanently trying to get this thing with his hands, and he just doesn't seem to. And they're going, why does he do that? It's kind of like, but like, okay. Special shorts. You have special shorts. Doesn't do any homework. The homework, the special shorts homework is already right there. Maybe not even special t-shirt. And like for days on end, like a wizard. Till his days end. That was backpack. That's my impression of backpack. Never put on his hat for a Monday. Never put on his hat for a Monday. Never put on any of the hats for Mondays. It pretty much, it just wasn't fucking Monday for him. Do you see how much more 1, 2, 3 that was? Do you see how much more 1, 2, 3 that was? So then what do? Backpack. The guy's sitting there. He doesn't want to deliver the newspaper. The guy probably doesn't even want to deliver the newspaper. And he's probably never delivered a newspaper in his days. The guy never delivered a newspaper. You'd be so fat. You'd be like fat. Now I want you to see what I'm gonna summon. Let me take something. The 1, but the 2, I haven't thought too good. See, the other guys kind of, see, Paparazzi kind of loses his. Paparazzi kind of loses his. I don't think I can. Paparazzi loses his. And like a lot of times people kind of like use their batteries for it. But for me, I'm just kind of, see what I just did right there? I'm a little more arithmetic-y. I'm a little more arithmetic. I think they should have a second drumsticks. They should have 2 sets of drumsticks. He didn't even. We should have 2 more drumsticks. Yeah, it's a disappointment. I was like really excited. Kind of like alternative drumsticks or whatever. Like I'm thinking about, I'm gonna take a pencil and just each one put a pencil. Do you know the one? Just put a pencil each one. But then like have two erasers, and just kind of like leave the puzzle set how it's all messy, and then just kind of doesn't manage to just kind of leave all the extra stuff there. I'm just checking something out right now. Maybe like one of those. And then maybe like that, yeah. And be like, bum 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 bum. No! No! And be like, I've decided this stuff is happy. This stuff. So it's kinda like more like that. So you know when you take a straw hat and you put it on and you like walk around like a weirdo? So do you know what holistic clothes are? So, game on. Do you know what it means? So when a game's on, take the holistic food. Take holistic food and game on, take a little stick of food, and take like all your papers and you organize them, but some of them kind of have coffee stains on them. And like, don't really go any faster than that. Because it tastes so good that basically it won't make a difference. So you can just lean it. And kind of like, don't do the math. Don't do math. Don't do math. Don't do mental math. Don't do mental math anymore. So what would you be left with? A smoothie. You put lettuce and tomatoes. So when you have to lean it, you have to lean it. If it's like 3 normally, it goes like 6 or something. And then like not doing the math of it, so some of that stuff's gonna be kind of funny. No, the one I said earlier. No, not that one. The other one. The one I said earlier. No, not that one. The other one. Then wouldn't you just, and see how it's lying like that? Doesn't seem to blend together. So I just would you just go to the burger shop and just have a burger if it was doing that. Just call it a day. And some of that stuff kind of is kind of like a little more points on your Dungeons and Dragons sheet. The model character. Playing from the 6 die team member. And it's like you're holding it and it goes and you shake it. Because it extends your wardrobe. And sometimes some of that stuff is pretty funny. So it doesn't like have carrots. It doesn't have carrots in your hats. It doesn't have carrots in your hats. So if you did a chalk outline, what about the crime scenes, how they do a chalk outline? Isn't that funny how they chalk outline? Like what if they use like children's chalk? He's a loser, she said. She said he's a loser. Because she said he's a loser. It just doesn't match or something. So you'd be sitting around and you'd be kind of like, and they're like holding something, they're like thinking about it, and they're like looking at it, and it's kind of like a pencil or something that day. Or if they had like other pencils, they had other pencils, and they sit there and they're sharpening the pencil, like wiggling around like an idiot, like an asshole. Wiggling around like an asshole, and they go. But it was like on a beach. It was like on a beach, right? Oh, okay. Sit around like on a beach with like a pencil, and it just keep doing that one. It's kind of like eating burgers that day. You know, it's just kind of eating burgers that day, playing the game. It's kind of like, it doesn't, right? It doesn't really. It's kind of like, it seems to be doing it. It seems to be running function. It seems to be running. I think your refrigerator is running. Is your refrigerator running? You guys, is your refrigerator running? I'm looking for like, if you took your nail and you're like looking at it, and you're trying to get the reflective thing and you're like thinking about it. I'm trying to something. I'm trying to think about it. Like, I don't know, there's like different hot dogs. There's different hot dogs at the, you know, Paparazzi, his hot dog place? Paparazzi's hot dog place, right? So there's different hot dogs you can order from Paparazzi's hot dog place, hot dog palace. Maybe that should be in the rest of the video game. Paparazzi's hot dog palace. Maybe Paparazzi kind of should have a hot dog palace. I think I just kind of like leaked the like the media, like the media. It's kind of one of the reasons. So, I'm trying to something. I'm trying to put my foot on it. That's all I'm gonna say. What the? It's like it doesn't really show you on your movie ticket. It doesn't really show you on your movie ticket. So the movie ticket isn't really working when it does this. The movie ticket isn't really working when it does this. You kind of don't use your Ghostbusters. What is the? I haven't figured it out yet. The Ghostbusters seems to kind of be a little bit more run of the mill sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Your feet are deep. But technically it's a comic book strip. Technically in the comic book. I think this is actually kind of interesting. There should be a little rectangle, and it's colored blue. I should have a blue little rectangle. They should kind of have like Ghostbusters you can kind of make too. And there's one that's kind of got a blue rectangle. Because you don't. Actually. After a while, you kind of continue. And it's like all the way over there, like that. Kind of like lost her shoes. You kind of like lost her shoes one time. Just kind of like the other one I was talking about. No, not the other one. The other one. The thing I was talking about. Kind of keep your shoes tied. It's kind of like what are we working with? It's kind of like what are we working with? Because after a while, what you're working with. You kind of put on the air conditioner and you're like scooching around and you're kind of like I think that I like a peanut butter jelly sandwich today. So it isn't really like using pickup sticks and you're like kind of concentrating and you're focusing and you're like it's more like kind of like you got to it's polite to wrap your Christmas presents sometimes. Because, like, how many of these are we going to have to collect? How many of those are we going to have to collect or whatever? How many do you think you would have to collect in order to pull that off? It's kind of like, it's funny. It's like the one I said earlier. No, not that one, the other one. That it's funny. Like how funny about it can you pick up the sticks? How funny of picking up the sticks can you take it? That's not that one. No, the one I said earlier. No, not that one. The other one. But like, kind of like the square. I was like, you're like thinking about it. You're like holding it. The one I said earlier. No, not that one. The other one. Like you kind of gotta kind of duct tape things sometimes and put them like something like that, like in a little cutout area. Like use the duct tape method and put it in a cutout area. But that's kind of the level of the movie tickets I was telling you about. It's just kind of like You know, after World War II, there was these crates. They had like old pickles in them, and somebody ate one. Now, why would a guy do a thing like that? It's like there's a couple hot dogs at Paparazzi's Magical Palace of the hot dogs. For one of the hot dogs, I mean, that's a lot of hot dogs. That's like a lot of hot dogs, really. There's a lot of hot dogs. That was a lot of hot dogs. There's a lot of hot dogs once. You could get a lot of hot dogs. I think this is a good opportunity to get as many hot dogs as possible. That's all the hot dogs you would need. These are all the hot dogs. It's kind of gonna be funny. It's gonna be kind of funny. It's kind of like it doesn't really take the time to take the time. But what it does, I wouldn't even take that into consideration. I don't even take it into consideration. But I would, sort of. I haven't decided. I'd be like, kind of like, if it were me, you kind of like just got home from work. Came out and be kind of like, I thought that I had to vacuum when I got home, and I'm like looking at it and like, don't I have to kind of get my homework working and stuff like that? And then he goes, I wouldn't really work on cleaning my room if I have to do my homework, or work on my homework if I have to clean my room. But if you have to do both, you might have to do one after the other. But what I would do, I don't know what to say. You kind of like, who are you people? And then you kind of go like, some guys kind of go, I think the 8 timer is going off. I think it's time to go check on the suit. So you go, let's go check on the suit. And be like, well, I'm looking at it. So the square one I was talking about earlier, no, not that one, the other one. So he goes, yeah, just leave that one. That's where it's supposed to go. This is supposed to go there. So it's kind of funny. Just kind of goes, On a warm day, you can have lots of hot dogs and you'll be pretty full. You could be pretty full too. It's probably remember that the video and the guys like sitting there and said all this funny stuff before it started. The movie and the guy said all this funny stuff before it started. Remember in the movie the guy said a bunch of funny stuff before it started? Is that what I just said? I guess that's what it does. I can't figure it out. I actually can't do a lot of parking tickets in my meantime. So we got the pickaxe in Minecraft and like going to this music. Like this little Minecraft character and his face has animations. And that'd be funny. I don't know, but basically you can kind of park your car in the parking place without getting ticketed by the guy. That's all I'm saying. Seems like so some guy was sitting there and he was having a hot dog one day. What is going on? What is going on here? What is going on here, sheep? The sheep are insane. So there's a couple hot dogs at Paparazzi's Hot Dog Palace. But I'm not really looking for a hot dog that day. I wasn't actually looking for a hot dog that day though, either. I guess it's kind of like this song. I was doing this song though. But what's going on here is I thought when they wore their hats like that, but it didn't that time. There's kind of like a train, like a little black train with a. Maybe you can make a Minecraft like a black train. It's got a cow pusher, like a cowboy train, like a black cowboy train in Minecraft. Or like, what if the guy with the funny mustache had a character in the video game, and it was like a kind of a guy with, like in the world. He's kind of going in a one of those shoes. It's like practically the size of a shoe. Or what about one of those pillows, those giant pillow ones, and they get the pillow, they make the pillow do stuff. Remember the one I showed earlier? Not that one, the other one. Like a guy just kind of walking around and he's like he's trying to figure out what the hell everyone's talking about hot dog palace. Yeah, this kind of does it for everything actually. Now that I think of it. And then there's like, remember that music video with the one lady and she's got stripes on? And she's like doing all that stuff in the other office. So in the other office she's like doing all this stuff. That the hot dog palace is open. Maybe that's what the shodio was. It's called a shodio. So I guess I'm kind of gonna kind of just save that file for something. Anyway, so maybe I should just kind of talk about something else, but I'm just trying to figure it out here. It's kind of like, I think the phrase would be, if the Enderman was standing over there, you kind of have some, or a few words to say with you. I have 3 words for you. Like, you know, technically. I don't know if I'd want to draw stripes on it. I guess it kind of says like what the Enderman was saying earlier. Sounds like what the Enderman was saying earlier. But if you kind of had to go fishing one day, maybe what happened earlier? But then they don't. So they're sitting like fish and they're wiggling around. So it didn't do that one either. You must have just had like a sandwich. You must have like an imaginary head sandwiches in your head. You just kind of like have little sandwiches and stuff all the time. So I'm not gonna go any more into that one. So it's there. The guy was like this. And he's kind of like, Scotty boy? Okay. He's like, Scotty boy? And there's one guy, he's like Elvis Presley. And there's one, let's see here. He's kind of like, where are you? Where are you? And there was one who's like, kind of like, I disagree. I think that's good. So they don't put them. They don't put them because one of them is kind of like, he's kind of like, he got a football and he's throwing it. Would actually kind of explain a lot. One of them can explain a lot. But they didn't. So what are you going to do for that one? So you don't want to do too many. So I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna help you with that, man. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. Yes. Nobody said anything. Totally what's going on. It was like this. Okay. So how do we go about this? So that's the one they put. That's the one they put though. Oh, okay. Smeeshers. Smeesh. That's the one they put. So you gotta take time to take the time. They put one. So they put one. It's still doing it. It still is. I'm gonna put My Little Ponies as the animations for my video. I've already said this, but I'm just kind of reiterating because maybe I'll explain a little better. So that's one of the things I've kind of come up with, is just repeating stuff I've said. And it's just kind of dialogue anyways, so just kind of, I have to say something, so I might as well say that. Maybe I'll be able to explain it better this time, maybe my head's working a little better. So anyways, some people can kind of explain things a lot better than other people. So they don't really have that kind of problem. And basically, so for the animations, you're just gonna kind of get the animation the fan animators people. I was looking at their things. They've got ones that kind of seem to go along with what I'm doing anyways. Like, I don't know if they plan on a YouTuber kind of doing stuff, but I was like looking at like, this could be for that one, that could be for that one. And anyways, So you kind of do it in normal anyways. It's actually really confusing. And it's a lot to read into. But anyways, I'm gonna wait till I get their permission first. But basically, I'm gonna have to contact the actual company a little bit. And they don't seem to make those series anymore, which I don't know if they do or not. I actually just got one DVD. I don't watch a lot of them. I just want one DVD. I was gonna get more, but I just can't. I can't really get stuff right now too. All like that kind of stuff. Can't get that kind of stuff. But see, I kind of like turn it on and like have the computer off to the side. I kind of like. I can totally tell what's going on and stuff. Like I understand the storyline and everything, but I basically I kind of like mix up with anime. What you do with anime? So what you do with anime is you watch it out of order, and you never watch it in order really, because the storyline is going to run out like bad. So just kind of just keep missing episodes. Maybe one time you watch it all the way through, but I don't even know about that. Like the Hall of the Wise Wolf one. The thing about that one is basically she's just talking about her allowance. She's just talking about her allowance the whole time. So and then just kind of I was gonna send them my videos and just say like just do whatever you want to it. Just like add like animations to it, like talk over me talking, like interrupt me. So it's kind of like I'm like interrupted. Just interrupt it with the animations, just whatever you feel like. Just kind of go into like just talking about like some like mythology. Like I'm like mining rocks, so maybe the mythology of mining rocks. Just My Little Pony is mythology, generic mythology. And I was watching it and like I kind of went with my guy. He like went over, and he was gonna die. It was when I went off when I teleported, and like the snowflake landed as he died. And like there's like this thing where it's just like they're walking around. It's like The Sims, and they're like doing like little Sims animations, like kind of they're just walking around like their little Sims characters, checking the refrigerator and stuff. And like that one could be the intro, like just kind of like that day. It's like I might do a refrigerator vlog. Actually, now that I think of it, but I did a refrigerator vlog. I might have already done one. Do a refrigerator vlog, and it's just kind of going like. So it shows them like walking around checking the refrigerator. It's like what I do, and like it cuts off and it does little in between intermission videos. And the theme song for my channel is going to be Fluttershy's Lament, and it basically already is. So it kind of already like goes with the video. Like it's practically like Fluttershy's Lament is already playing in the background. You can borderline already hear it. So there's a loop, and I save my I don't know if my playlists show up. I have this playlist called my channel or something like that, and it's got a loop of Butterfly's Lament. So it's like I'm gonna get up like right now. I'm about to end the video, so I get up away from the computer, and I just instead of just leaving completely, I do this thing, and I just click off to the side and just directly play the video because I'm already paying them anyways to just that video, and just hit play and just make sure to come back before it's over. And that's the intermission, and put a picture of like my screen, the camera just showing what's in the background. So for the intermission, I'm just like going, I'm like I went out to lunch, I was just playing Fluttershy's Lament loop video in the background. And I'll have like more like OBS programs later on, like maybe not OBS, but like a different one, so I can kind of put a little more transitions and stuff into it. When you talk and you're like a talk show host, it's like your head like echoes. It's like, it's kind of cool, like just talking a lot, like it's kind of, you gotta like kind of ignore it. This is kind of cool. I'm having it right now. So like for the intro, maybe for the intro it does it. I think it's kind of funny. It's like you've got to kind of talk in code with normal grammar of a sentence. Like kind of like, people are like, dude, I already heard you say it. Just straight up talking in code, like so they don't understand you. It's like, dude, your grammar is horrible. You start talking in code with them, so it's kind of that they understood what you're saying. It's like, I already heard you, man. You don't have to repeat yourself, and then it's like you gotta start talking like an insane guy. So you do. You gotta explain too much information, but then you gotta like talk in code when they understand what you're saying. You gotta kind of like, you don't want them to figure out what you're saying. And just like to the corner, like in the corner. In the corner, there's just like this like little My Little Pony, and just like, you can just say whatever it wants too. It's just like saying like weird stuff. You can say weird stuff. And then I'm gonna play Egyptian background music because there was this one video that I wound up playing a lot. So I have these offline cafes, and they're like private videos, and I guess YouTube sees them or something. Maybe it's just YouTube. I can't figure it out. They don't really tell you who sees your videos, so I don't know if anybody sees my videos. I keep uploading them because you gotta like upload like 7,000 videos before you're like recognized. But also I'm going to, I was going to make a video where I like make a furry mask. It's like you gotta explain everything. You can't keep things like cool secrets for later on in the video. You gotta just kind of blow your cool little surprise ending. So I've just been doing that. I haven't been messing with it anymore. I just blow the secret. The plot twist or whatever. Well, looks like there's some in here. It's kind of like you don't want people to figure out what you're talking about. Because then they think you have bad grammar. Cause like I don't know, I have things like, cause why isn't it? Cause why isn't my intro Fluttershy's lament? Now, I was like looking around, so I started watching the show because it's like, I just put it up on the computer one day. I was like watching it, and it's like, this looks good on the side of the computer like that. So I got it on the DVD, so I could play it on the DVD player offered to the side, and like watch the computer on the other side as I'm like doing chores. So, anyways, basically, I was like, I don't know, but after I was like, kind of like, I put that thumbnail and I was like, okay. So I have this thing like the stationery stays there, like stationery and stuff stays there. It's like, okay, so that stays. So I'm gonna put that. I gotta put the animations of My Little Pony later. And when you're like a big YouTuber, you kind of want to have like, kind of like assistant people sometimes, sort of. Just kind of like until it levels out. Like just kind of like let people help you out with stuff because like they want to be a part of it too. Not really just the money, but like you kind of keep artists gotta work together. It's more that they're doing their artwork so that they can keep doing their art. So I was like, a lot of that stuff kind of just stays, right? I was like, the Egyptian music's showing up a lot, so I'm just going to leave the Egyptian music. I actually don't remember what I was going to say. Something along those lines I was going to say. But like, I'm just going to kind of ramble. So I looked them up. That's what I was gonna say. So I looked up My Little Ponies to see what they have, and then after a while, like on the side of the video, another day, it showed up because since I was searching My Little Ponies, it showed up Fluttershy's Lament. I was like, I just have to put Fluttershy's music as my intro. I was like, this is like such a lovely little track of music. This just has to be my intro. I don't know as if I could have written any better of an intro. And I was like, what would my intro be? It'd be like, I don't know, a rock song or something. Isn't this something? And they did such a good job of it. I don't know who wrote it, but it was such a nice little written song. I'm afraid I'm going to just have to leave that as like a track for my intro. But first I gotta get permission. All the permission and everything. And it was like the intro for my video would probably be like, I don't know, rock music or something. But it's not even important. So it's just like whatever they wanted to put for the intro. So it's a loop, you know. So it's like, if this is like supposed to be like my intro or something, this is the intro. This is what I want the intro to be. It's like perfect to be the intro. I wouldn't even take it any further than that. It is the intro for my channel. This is the diplomacy I'm putting. I'm just gonna let fan My Little Ponies fan animation people just totally just dub over my video with dialogue, talking, interrupting what I'm saying, and My Little Ponies song intro. Just totally just take over diplomacy. This is the diplomacy I'm going to have with YouTube. This video you see right here, about like this, and I don't take it any further. And I'm going to start doing vlogs where I just walk around the house and just pick up a thing and just shake the camera at it and just start talking about it, and backyard vlogs, and just kind of like just turning on the camera and just shaking it like I said, not quite just shaking it, and then that translated through whatever the My Little Ponies fan animators feel they need to put for the dialogue to get the My Little Ponies to make sense. Just put the My Little Ponies voices, dub them over, and just, this is the diplomacy with YouTube. So if you can imagine what that would look like. So pretty much you don't even really hear me talking a lot of the times. I'm just being straight up interrupted. Maybe they even do a site like name down. They look over to the volume knob and they just interrupt me. And so I've had some kind of issues where I've had to shut off the video. They didn't like it. Piracy kind of got angry a couple times maybe. So My Little Pony turns the volume down, just starts talking over me. Also, I'm going to do some Sonic fan animations whenever it's like, yeah, but I don't know as if the My Little Pony is going to work today. Maybe just kind of put Sonic stuff. Just when the Sonic stuff's working, it's just going to be kind of Sonic. It's not too specific. It's just the My Little Ponies go there. They look like a newspaper. And the Sonic video is just like random montage of just little cartoons and just whatever I'm saying, just take the newspaper and the funny pages, put them together. It says in the funny pages the wrong information. It doesn't check out right. It's inaccurate. It corrupts each other's information. The information just corrupts. The information corrupts. It's corrupted information. And the thing I was saying about watching kids cartoons is, I mean, like, you don't have to like get the DVDs, but like on YouTube even. It's like just your old DVDs you have anyways. Just kind of like keep on just turning on the thing to watch it, and like the bar of soap, you know, like just whatever you kind of have at your disposal. I understand. So obviously some people aren't going to be able to get every single DVD. So let's take a look. Let's see here. So, this could be another episode. You can always let them know, I suppose. This could be another episode, but I don't think I'm going to. What I'm gonna do is when I have like 7,000 videos, like thousands and thousands of videos, I'm gonna go back, like, and once it's all over with trying to become a YouTuber and it's like going crazy, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to, if it comes up, I can just delete the ones where I'm like not talking a lot in the video. Yes, that's not my impression of it. Is that you don't need a lot of you don't need a lot of content with a lot of this stuff. Like it's just kind of rambling on. Sometimes it does, it just rambles on. So I'm gonna put the thing and then I'm gonna think about it later. Okay, so I need a button right here, I guess. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I think they should do this thing where it's like if you were at the pick a lot like this, but you saved it, they should go, picks don't really wear out like that. So shouldn't it still be like just a functional, like the ones that got destroyed, they're probably just laying there, but the ones that still work, the ones that you kept or whatever, they still like work all the way. So maybe they still have a bar. They still have a bar, but it just goes on a long time. it's not like an actual wires electronic circuit. Uh, so you actually like take a lot of interesting stuff out. It's more like a hot electric current wire. Hot electric current wire. It's like the little redstone stick doesn't match up. It's kind of like the electricity is hot. That would be all the work I'm gonna put into it. And they're not gonna kill the redstone. The redstone doesn't wear out because people have like huge maps they've made out of redstone. But what I would do is I'd put a switch, and you switch off the redstone. So that's what I would do. I'd just put a button or something, or a button, or it's just a button probably. Put a button because it turns off, and then just put all redstone. I am in the night, ready to ride the train. What do you mean? I suppose I don't really know. Do you know what I mean when I say? Come on, let's not go to Mummy's. Let's go to Mummy's place. We're all going to Mummy's place. Ha 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 ha. We're all going to Mummy's place. Ha ha ha. What, Woo guy? We're all going to Mummy's place. Ha 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 ha. We're all going to Mummy's place. Ha 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 ha. We're all going to Mummy's place. It's a simple redstone circuit. Calculations, 7% likely. Thank you for watching my show.